Hey y'all, Nico here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thanks for joining me. I'm Nico. Today's video is another yoga pose tutorial where I show you how to get into some of yoga's most commonly used poses. And today we're doing Paschimottanasana, or seated forward bend. Seated forward bend is great for stretching the lower back, the hamstrings, the back of the legs, and it's a pose used really commonly across many different types of yoga. So what we're going to do first is come to a seated position with our legs extended straight out in front. And as you are in this seated position, make sure your back is nice and tall, your spine is long, our shoulders are relaxed. You can think about turning the tops of your thighs in slightly and press the heels away, flexing the toes back towards the face. And you can also just make sure you're on those sit bones. So if you want to pull the flesh from underneath you, you can. And also turning in those thighs will help you get there as well. So with our nice tall straight back, we'll sweep the arms up. Nice long spine. Inhale. Exhale, we want to keep our spine long as we fold forward. So we're folding from the hips, keeping our spine long. Let the hands come down on either side of your legs and just start to walk them forward until you begin to feel a stretch. Again, keeping the spine long here. Your hands don't have to be able to reach your toes. That's not a big deal. As long as you feel a stretch, you are just fine. If your hands do reach your feet, you can grab the sides of your feet. You can also grab the toes or the top of your feet if that feels okay. And again, our spine is long, so we're trying to stay away from rounding our spine. Sometimes you'll see me do a version of forward fold where I say go ahead and, lower down, and it's okay to round your spine. But normally we want to keep our spine long in our forward fold. So this is the basic version of the pose. Again, your hands don't have to be able to reach your feet or your toes. They can rest on your legs or at the sides of your legs. So some ways to modify if you have some issues. If you are not able to bring your legs all the way straight, it's okay to have a bend in those legs. It's okay to have a slight bend as long as you're feeling that stretch through your back and the backs of the legs. You can also widen your legs a little bit. Say like if your belly is in the way, widen your legs a little bit, no more than hips distance apart, and you can lower down this way, still getting some of those same benefits. You're still getting the same stretches. Or say you want to deepen the posture a little bit, but you can't reach your toes or reach your feet. What you can do is grab a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a sock. You'll grab either end of the sock, wrapping the sock around the tops of the feet and just using either side of the sock as little handles. And it'll kind of help you deepen your stretch. And while you're holding your forward fold, think about as you're inhaling, keeping the spine long. Your spine lengthens a little bit each time you inhale. And when you exhale, maybe you come a little lower while still keeping that back straight. So sometimes when you start to settle down into the pose, you can move a little bit deeper into it. Now, if you are grabbing your toes or your big toes in the position, you can bring your elbows outward as you lower down if you want to deepen the stretch this way. So that is how you get into your seated forward bend or your Paschimottanasana. I hope I gave you enough modifications for different situations. If you have any questions, of course you can leave them down below and I'll answer them for you. Let me know what you think of this video, what pose you would like me to do a tutorial on next. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Peace and love.